Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima, and I want to talk to you for a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel, Dawn of the Battle Royale. Actually, kind of happy that this exists, but I'm also kind of disappointed by it, because we've been waiting for so long to get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that has a proper campaign, wandering around an overworld, finding things in that overworld, building your deck, dueling opponents, and just generally having a great time of it. Mainly because they haven't made one in so long. The last two they made were Legacy of the Duelist and Duel Links, which are definitely not in the camp that we're talking about here. But I gotta tell you, man, this Rush Duel game is not what you're looking for either. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel is actually a format that's been entirely exclusive to Japan for some time, where it's kind of like a mixture of regular dueling rules and speed dueling rules. 3 monster zones, 3 magic and trap zones, but they add in the neat little twist of you draw up to your maximum hand size of 5 at the beginning of every turn, and you can summon as many times as you want, as long as you've got the cards. So it makes duels a hell of a lot quicker, except not really, you'll understand why in a little bit. And it gives the game a little bit of extra opportunity to do some balancing, because the cards in Rush Duel are entirely unique to Rush Duel. You can't use them anywhere else. So they've actually been rebalanced around this idea of quickly drawing up as many cards as possible and sending as many cards as possible out onto the field. A lot of cards have actually been rebalanced, where you need to get rid of cards from your deck or your hand in order to actually use their effects. So instead of having like Mystical Space Typhoon just work with no downsides whatsoever, there'll be cards that'll be like, hey, discard a card from your hand, or you need to have a certain kind of card out on the field. Things along those lines. And it actually makes the duels strategically interesting, because you need to think about what cards you'd rather get rid of, and considering that monsters aren't just eating up space in your hand, you can actually put them out this turn. It means that there is actually like, do I want to go this way or do I want to go that way? There is some meaningful strategic decisions going on here. And as a result, the actual game of rush dueling is actually pretty cool. And I've been enjoying the duels that I've been having, at least not because of the actual format of the duels themselves. And I'd like to see this concept expanded out a bit, give it a bit more room to play around and what have you. With that said though, there's kind of a few things that get in the way. So if it's not obvious, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game about building decks and building the most effective deck and using those decks to defeat your opponents. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel Dawn of the Battle Royale, you don't get access to deck building. At least, not in the early game. I played the game for about 4 hours and I was like, wait a minute, why have I not unlocked building decks yet? Because as it turns out, they don't actually let you build decks until a specific point in the game that I did not reach. You can unlock it early. Once you get into the room where you have to fight the student council president, there's an area in the corner that'll make your heads up display disappear. If you put in the Konami code, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, it'll actually unlock deck building. But I gotta admit, I find it incredibly bizarre that they would lock deck building until later on in the game, because the idea is that you're meant to learn what cards are effective, what cards aren't, and swap out the non-effective cards for effective cards. This is genuinely a good thing to teach people who are learning to play these games, because you'll never get really good at them until you start really playing around with the decks. With that note though, there is kind of a reason that they've locked it away, and I understand it, but I gotta admit, it also kind of works against the game in a couple of other ways as well. Because there's only 300 unique cards in the game, and a deck requires 40. You can have a maximum of 3 dupes of each card in your deck, but that still means that there's not going to be much room to maneuver. So as a result, generally, if you're building a deck, you want to build it around an archetype. The deck I'm using throughout these duels are the spellcaster archetype, which have always been my favorites when it comes to a game like Yu-Gi-Oh! So, there's only a small amount of cards that you can realistically put in a spellcaster deck that'll work with spellcasters, because a lot of cards in this game are like, you need a psychic monster, you need a worm monster, you need a beast monster, things along those lines, right? So when you narrow down the amount of cards that work for that specific archetype, there's very little to actually work with because there's only 300 unique cards, and you don't start out with the ability to get very many. You only have one, like, set of 50 that you can buy from. And then you unlock another set of 50 as you go through the story, and then another set of 50, and so on and so on and so on. And then, on top of that, you only have a few archetypes in there that are really viable, which kind of puts a stopper on the whole thing. You get access to a dragon starter deck, which is like, you get access to a dragon starter deck, which is like a trap that summons monsters. A trap that summons a dragon monster from your hand if you're attacked and you've got no monsters on the field. A trap that means, hey, a card that means, hey, get rid of like 3 dragon monsters from your hand to wipe the opponent's field away. Things along those lines, but it's not a very good deck. And to play along with a deck, you need what's called a deck recipe. And you can buy deck recipes, you get deck recipes from defeating certain people, and you, that's basically it. You need to get all the cards for a deck recipe before you can even use it. And the thing is, half the deck recipes I've gotten in the game up to this point, which is about the 7-hour 30 mark, is deck recipes that you can't actually use because you haven't gotten the cards for them yet, and you don't have the ability to go buy them from the shop. You earn cards by defeating opponents as well, so you'll probably get like their boss monster, you'll get a couple of cards that help with that archetype, but in order to keep unlocking cards like that, you need to be fighting them over and over again, and that's kind of boring, and I'll get to why in a bit. But, on top of all that, the one deck recipe that you get at the very beginning of the game, which is the spellcaster deck recipe, it is effective throughout the entire game to the point where it's effective than most of the other deck recipes you can get. I'm not even joking. It's ridiculous how effective this deck recipe is. It's got everything you need. It's got cards that'll let you power up monsters. It's got some decent tributes. It's got some really cool spell effects, like being able to destroy a card on the other side of the field, which is something you can't do. It's got a Mirror Force equivalent, but you need to have 4 spellcaster monsters in your graveyard to use it, at which point they go back into your deck, so it's really effective for not decking out against an opponent, but it also means that you can actually get the requirements for that in like 1 turn. So if you put down, let's say you have a 7-level monster, 2 level 6 monsters, and then 2 regular monsters as your starting hand, right? Summon out the 2 regular monsters, tribute summon both of them to get the 2 level 5s out, then tribute summon both of them to get the level 7 out. Done! You've just got 4 spellcaster monsters in your graveyard, and you've got a strong monster out on the field. With that said, you'd still need to draw the actual trap itself, but that's it, you're done. All you need to do is draw the trap and set it down, and you can Mirror Force their entire field. It's such an incredibly strong deck that I haven't lost once in those 7.5 hours. It's genuinely ridiculous. In fact, most of the duels that I have end up with me being above 8,000 LP. I very specifically left the last duel in, which took way longer than I expected, and it's why this video is an hour long. Because I wanted to show you just how good this deck is. And also some of the weird ways that you can win in this game. So as a result, the majority of the game ends up being incredibly linear and incredibly predictable, because you can't get the cards you need to unlock other deck recipes to try them out particularly easily without grinding against someone repeatedly. You can't really do much outside of the story either. There are duel puzzles which give you a certain amount of cards and tell you, hey, go and figure this out. And they're actually kind of clever puzzles, because the ones that I played each had what appeared to be 2 correct ways to actually get to the solution, but only one of them actually works. And if you think it through, you'll be like, yeah, they don't want me to use that. They don't want me to use that either, so this must be the solution. It's a good set of puzzles, and they give you enough coins to actually buy a pack of cards from the store. So it's not like they're not worth doing, but once you've done them, they're done. You can't do them again. So they won't last very long if you're relatively intelligent about it. You can also duel online, but when you don't have the ability to make a custom deck of cards, you're probably just going to get flattened, so that's not great. outside of that, there's really not much else to do except duel random people in the street, look around for random like card pack tokens. They'll give you certain card packs and can guarantee certain rarities of card packs. But it's also worth noting that outside of all that, all you can do is go to the next story event and get the story event done. And they're rarely an increase in difficulty. It's gotten to the point where I was deliberately making mistakes against the, basically, like, boss battles, where you're going up against, like, main characters of the show or what have you, who are ever so slightly more competent, but not really, just to make the duels last longer. Because the AI in this game is genuinely brain dead. Either that, or they're just kind of ineffective about the decks that they have. They just didn't get very good decks made. Because there hasn't been a time where I haven't been able to claw my way back inside of a turn. And it seems just really bizarre as a result, you know? Because they usually end up with like 2 or 3 cards in their hand, and you think you really couldn't have like at least set a couple of magic cards down. You couldn't have just put out a monster. You could have just like set a monster. Are your decks really so badly built that you've been bricking that badly? And it just makes them really boring to fight. Just because they can't seem to go up against the default spellcaster deck that you get. And it just makes every fight pretty much a guaranteed win if you go in with any amount of idea of what you're doing. And there is a reason for this. If you couldn't tell by the writing or the voice acting that's going on right now, the game's more meant for kids. Because it's meant to try and get kids into Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether it be via rush dueling or just, you know, regular dueling. And considering this only ever came out in Japan, it kind of makes sense because this is based off the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime, which I actually watched a few episodes of back when it first came out because I was interested in the whole rush duel concept. And it is meant for kids. It's way more childish than the previous Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes have been. Way more. With that said though, it's not like it's got absolutely no qualities to it whatsoever, and I actually did enjoy watching what I did of it back when I actually went and did that. So, it's meant for kids, and I understand why they made it easier, but at the same time, the entire point of the game is building up a good deck, determining what's good about it, and actually losing, because I can't imagine allowing children to consistently win duels over the course of 7 hours if they have at least a slight idea of how the game works. Wouldn't be any good for when they decide to go out into the real world and fight the 32-year-old sweaty guy who's built a deck out of cards that cost 50 bucks each. You gotta teach them to lose at least once. And it comes back around to me saying, hey, why don't you have the ability to build a deck? They do recommend that you use the deck recipes, and I absolutely understand that concept and that system. But if you don't let them fill around with the decks a bit, try and find something that's a little bit more effective. I don't understand why you're making this go towards kids in the first place, because they're the ones that more desperately need to learn. That sometimes you'll make the wrong move, and you need to rethink your plans, whether it be in the moment or just rebuilding your deck. With that said though, there are some childish quote-unquote things that I think work pretty well. And that includes, strangely enough, the voice acting. And I am genuinely surprised by this, because how often is something that's more aimed towards kids have actually decent voice acting that isn't incredibly grating or sometimes feeling just, you know, kinda, what's the word I'm looking for? It feels like they're just making fun of their target audience. No, the voice acting is actually pretty good here. The kids would probably like it, and it doesn't piss me off. So it's genuinely well done. And I'm kind of disappointed that it is, because it makes me want to leave the voice acting lines on in the middle of the duel, but it actually slows them down significantly. The AI can't think in the background when the voice lines are playing over the top of it, and that means that the duels are actually way longer than they need to be if you leave the voice acting on, and it's incredibly depressing when that happens. There's also a bunch of other things that they do, like, hey, press the A button to draw your cards, and then it shows you how many cards you've drawn, and then puts them in your hand. I don't understand why that animation is there. You can just turn that off. Make people draw their cards automatically. There's no reason not to. As far as I understand, there isn't a card in the Rush Duel format yet that causes the draw phase, I should say, to be changed. So I don't know why that's there. And there's a bunch of other things too, like summoning movies and animation speed, and the text speed too. You can't speed up the text any more than fast, and fast feels really slow. There's no instant option, and it just seems entirely unnecessary, because the majority of text in this game is something that requires you to press A to do it anyway, and the text that has full voice acting will still wait for the voice acting to be finished before the next window moves on anyway. So what I'm trying to say is they make the duels a little bit slower than they really need to be, and it doesn't help that the AI can be a bit of a sluggish bugger from time to time, you know? But it is still a surprise that I like the presentation of the game as much as I do. Because it just works. It's a bit slow when you're wandering around the overworld, but thankfully this isn't like Pokemon, where if you wander into someone's line of sight, you'll immediately get forced into a duel. No, it's just walk up and talk to them, so it doesn't matter that it's really slow in the overworld. And the way that the monsters are displayed here, just how their artwork hovers above their card is actually pretty pleasant. I actually like the way that they go about that. I don't know if they're going to do it for something like Master Duel, which has thousands upon thousands of cards that you'll potentially be able to get. But it's okay. Here it's okay, because they only had to do it for 300. So, I do like the game. I really do. Rush dueling is actually a really cool idea, implementation, you know. The changes it does to the rules are actually really cool, and I actually kind of get reminded of the old, whatchamacallit, the old, God, what was Pegasus's island called? Duelist Kingdom, thank you. It reminds me of the old Duelist Kingdom days, while still maintaining that sort of, you know, cool set of ideas that modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, with the way some of these cards work. It has just some... It has a bunch of cool cards to do, a bunch of cool things to learn. But it's kind of let down by the fact that it is ridiculously easy, by the fact that you can't really modify decks until later on in the game. You have to play the game for at least 4 hours before they'll let you get to the point where you can unlock deck building. And the fact that there just isn't that many cards to begin with, only having 300 cards isn't particularly great. They are adding more through free updates as far as I'm aware, but are you going to be done by the time that those updates come out? It's hard to say for sure, because it's been like 6 months since this game came out in Japan, and they've only had one update and only added something like 75 cards. So, not great. There's plenty to do in it, because there's like 600 something challenges, beat duelists with certain deck recipes, do certain things. They'll at least keep you busy, but it's just kind of not helped by the fact that it's just kind of slow. It's hard to speed the game up as much as possible. It's very linear, so you have to go through a very specific set of duels that all feel particularly easy because of the way the duel recipe system works. And it just, yeah, it's just slow. And it's just kind of unfortunate as a result, because I really wanted this to be like the dramatic comeback of the campaign-based Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, but they kind of just went too simple and too easy with this one. And I think even children are gonna be a bit bored by this one, because admittedly, I'm good at video games. I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've had the strategy like stuck in my head for a fairly long time. But even after 7 hours of just flattening the same opponents over and over again, I do think even children could be reasonably trusted to learn the way certain things work, and then be like, hey, I know how to play this now. Why is this game suddenly so easy? Why have they not made it harder for me? I do think a kid would realistically go through that sort of train of thought. So with that said, I find it hard to recommend. Rush dueling is cool, and considering this is the first time that not only has Rush Dueling been seen in the West, but the English version of Sevens has been seen in the West, which again in itself is a really weird thing. But just, it's so easy and so slow to get going, and not the best representation of what Rush Dueling can potentially be, that I'm just disappointed in the grand scheme of things. And after 7.5 hours, I just don't want to play it anymore. I don't want to put myself through linear, boring, easy duels, just trying to get more from a really limited pool of cards that won't let me really just get through a typical challenge or just build something that I'm proud of. I just think that, yeah. I just think I'm done. I just don't want to put any more time into it, and that's pretty much it. This has been Blue Maxima. I'll see you all next time.
No way! What? Roman! Oh, it's not just the color of her eyes that have changed.
I'll rock this duel!
Rush Duel!
I'm going first! It's my turn! Away we go! I draw! I'll set a monster! I tribute this monster to Tribute Summon! I'll set a card! I set a card! I end my turn!
It's my turn. I draw. I'll set a card. I summon a monster. I tribute one monster to Tribute Summon. I activate my monster's effect.
Huh?
I switch this monster to defense position. I summon a monster. It's time to battle. I'm attacking with my monster. Direct attack.
Oh no! Is that it?
That brings my turn to an end.
My turn. I draw. I set a monster. I tribute this monster to Tribute Summon. I'll set a card. Let's battle. My monster attacks.
Ah. That's nothing.
I end my turn.
It's my turn, right? I draw. summon a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I switch this monster to defense position. I'll set a card. Battle! My monster attacks! Direct attack!
Oh no! Is that it?
No stopping now! I attack you directly!
Oh no! Is that it?
Okay, I end my turn.
Just you watch. It's my turn. Come on. I draw. I'll set a monster. I tribute this monster to tribute summon. Not good. Time to battle.
Now's my chance! I activate a trap card!
Huh? What? I have to change things up or I'll lose. I end my turn.
I can't let up! I'm going to draw!
How long are you going to make me wait?
Sorry, I almost know what to do. I set a card. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I should bring this duel to an end. No stopping now. I attack you directly.
Oh no! Is that it?
That was a nail biter. Oh, please, calm down, Roman.
Ugh.
can't shine like you, Roa. In fact, you're blinding. Ah!
If I defeat the hottest kid on the block, it's gonna boost my rep. Rush Duel! The headliner always goes first. Let's start the concert with this draw. I'm setting a monster. I set a monster. I tribute 2 monsters to tribute summon. Here to take the stage by storm, all the way from the darkest depths of the shadows, forged by the fires of anarchy, fueled by the screams of rage. The artist, the myth, the legend, Royal Rebels Heavy Metal! I summon a monster. I set a card. I'm gearing up for a great performance. I end my turn.
It's my turn. Here I go. I draw. I'll set a card. I summon a monster. I tribute 1 monster to tribute summon. I activate my monster's effect.
What?
I switch this monster to defense position. Battle!
I expected that. I activate a trap card.
No way! I end my turn.
It's my turn in the spotlight. I'll rock this draw. I summon a monster. I switch it to attack position. I set a card. I give more than I take. Let's battle! Royal Rebels Heavy Metal, take them down! Headbangers bash!
I can take more than that.
Direct attack!
Oh no! I'm still okay.
It's about time I end this concert. My monster attacks you directly.
Oh no! That was impressive.
Maybe you should take this duel seriously. I end my turn.
My spirit will make a comeback. I draw. I set a card. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
What? What?
I set a card. I end my turn, but my spirit has a lot more to give.
Unless you play better, you're gonna bum out the crowd. It's my turn. You've never seen a draw like this. I set a card. Now, let's battle!
Not gonna happen. I activate a trap card.
Impossible! What? Heavy metal? No! No! All of them? I've got all the momentum. I end my turn.
My spirit will make a comeback. I draw. I'll set a card. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Impossible!
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's
What?
effect. Okay, let's battle. Direct attack.
No! Ah! You think I can't handle that?
Here I go. I attack
No!
you direct.
Ah! That didn't hurt a bit.
Direct attack.
No! Ah! That didn't hurt a bit.
I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. I'm setting a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I set a monster. I'm setting a monster. I tribute two monsters to tribute summon. Battle. My monster attacks.
That's nothing.
Royal Rebels Heavy Metal, take them down! Headbangers Bash!
You have to come stronger than that.
I'm gearing up for a great performance. I end my turn.
It's my turn. Here I go. I draw. I summon a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon! I activate my monster's effect! I tribute one monster to tribute summon! I activate a spell card! I activate my monster's effect!
Impossible!
I switch this monster to defense position! Battle!
You sure about that? I activate a trap card.
No way! My monster attacks!
What? Heavy metal? No!
I'm ending my turn.
My turn. I draw. I activate a spell card.
Ah!
I set a monster. I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a card. I'm setting a card. Battle.
Not gonna happen. I activate a trap card.
Impossible! Huh. Interesting. I'm gearing up for a great performance. I end my turn.
It's my turn, right? I draw. I summon a monster. I'll set a card. I set a card. I activate my monster's effect.
What?
I switch this monster's battle position. It's time to battle. I'm attacking with my monster.
That didn't hurt a bit.
I attack with my monster. Direct attack.
No! Not a problem.
I'm going to win this duel. I end my turn.
You ready? It's my turn! This draw will lead to my victory! I activate a spell card!
What? Whoa!
I activate a spell card!
Ah! Whoa!
I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a card. I set a card. This is what my fans came to see. I end my turn.
You're really good, but I won't let you defeat me. I draw. I summon a monster. I summon a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I tribute two monsters to tribute summon. Go! Seventh Road Magician! I'll set a card. Isn't this exciting? Let's battle! Go, Seventh Road Magician! Seventh Magic Attack! Attack! Isn't this fun? I end my turn.
You ready? It's my turn. This draw will lead to my victory. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I activate a spell card.
Ah!
I set a monster. I set a monster. Here I go! Let's battle!
Now's my chance! I activate a trap card!
Impossible! You ready? My monster attacks! Is that all? This is what my fans came to see. I end my turn.
Rush dueling is so much fun! I draw! I summon a monster!
Not good enough. I activate a trap card.
What? No, not Seventh Road Magician! No way! All my monsters are destroyed! card. I summon a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. This is a close match, but it won't be for long. Attack! I'm going to win this duel. I end my turn.
Time to showcase my talents. It's my turn. I draw. I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a monster. I set a card. I set a card. This is getting good. I end my turn.
I'm so lucky to get to duel such a tough opponent. I draw. I summon a monster. I tribute one monster to tribute summon. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I activate a spell card. I activate my monster's effect. I switch this monster's battle position. This is where I'll take a big lead. Attack!
Ah! Is that all?
My monster attacks. Attack! I'm going to win this duel. I end my turn.
Let's keep jamming. It's my turn. This draw will lead to my victory. I summon a monster. I'm setting a monster. I set a monster. I set a card. This is getting good. I end my turn.
You're really good, but I won't let I draw. I set a card. I set a card. I activate my monster's effect. I switch this monster's battle position. I activate my monster's effect. This is where I'll take a big lead.
I expected that. I activate a trap card.
Attack!
That's nothing.
My monster attacks.
Is that all?
Okay, I end my turn.
My turn! Whoa! My deck's almost empty! The show must go on! I draw! I set a monster. I'm setting a monster. I'm setting a card. This is getting good. I end my turn.
I'm so lucky to get to duel such a tough opponent. I'm gonna draw. I activate my monster's effect.
What?
I switch this monster's battle position. I tribute one monster to tribute summon.
Not so fast! I activate a trap card.
No way! All my monsters are destroyed! I summon a monster! I tribute one monster to tribute summon! This is where I'll take a big lead! Attack! We're evenly matched. I end my turn.
Let's keep jamming! It's my turn! Time for the Concert King to draw! My deck's empty? Oops, that's a showstopper.
I did it! I defeated Roa!
Whoa! No way! What? Sorry to keep all my super fans waiting.
Wow! Woo!
My, oh my.
No way!
Wow! Woo!
Oh! What? Ah! Sheesh. Sheesh.
Aw.